no individual has the individual right to threaten this nation. Let us all be set and know that political parties are there to govern and go. They will go, others will come, and they should set a good record when they are leaving.
You mentioned that there are a number of collation centers.
Others will be speaking, perhaps. Yes.
So I mean, ask a direct question to you. You mentioned that a number of collation centers have been gazetted. Is the Tesano training school also part of those gazetted collation centers?
If you care to know, I have followed elections keenly. In 2012, I was the IT director for the Zabzugu constituency. My good friend here, the deputy director of elections for NDC, was the director of elections in the northern region. Collation was completed at the regional EC office, which was manned by the military. I was there personally. It's not that I'm reporting from anywhere. In 2020, the collation of Zabzugu, same constituency, was done in Tamale. So the collation of resource is done as a designated place. But when you go and disrupt the place and there is anarchy, insecurity, the Electoral Commission can choose a place that is secured enough to protect the vote of every individual in the country.
So is there no place in the Eastern region secured enough for this exercise?
Is there any bad thing at the police station here in Tesano where we have asked people who are Ghanaian citizens, who protect our lives, who does our internal security, cannot protect an internal collation of resource? Is there anything wrong with that?
You know, in the Eastern region, the EC office wanted to do this collation. We were there. And what happened there was an eyesore. The same hoodlums prevented a peaceful, continuous collation of the results. We went 2 times. This was also moved to the Kuforia sector. But we couldn't do it because of this same insecurity. And that is what informed the EC to transfer this collation to this place where adequate security can be provided. So let nobody think that this thing happening here is illegal. How can it be illegal if all these police officers and the security measures has been put in place? How can it be illegal if the police high command have not accepted and agreed with the EC that this should be done here? These are key questions we must ask when the NDC say that it is illegal. And I'm sorry to say that threatening police officers who are doing on their line of duty won't help our nation. So they should stop those things. They've won the presidency. We agree that. Let us move on as a nation without violence, without threatening. Let us move on. Let us go to our parliament. Those who have won, let us count. If the NDC believes that they've won these seats fairly, let us allow the EC to do the collation. When they are done, if they believe they've squarely won it, it will come out and everybody will see. Why are they preventing the EC to do their job? This is unacceptable. We must have one nation with President John Mahama as a leader. He's now elected as the incoming president. We will all have to support him in his bid to rule this country and make Ghana a better place for us all. So why do we threat people? Why do we threat police officers doing their work? Government will go, government will come. We should respect these legal processes. And that is all I think we want to say.
So this is the NPP reacting to an earlier press briefing by the NDC that this whole exercise going on here is illegal. I'm sure you missed the part of the NDC, so I want Mr. Rashid Tanko to give us a summary of what they said before the MPP reacted to these claims. So you held a press briefing before the MPP. Can you summarize what exactly you said? I know it's based on the grounds that everything that is happening here is illegal.
Yes, that is the summary, and simply short is that whatever is going on here is completely illegal. It's completely illegal. You cannot do collation here. What they are doing is illegal. By inviting our political party leadership from the constituencies so named to travel all the way to Accra to come and do recollation here when those constituencies were already been declared. And so we're not going to accept it.
But it seems like they are trying to say that you don't really know the law, but what they've cited C1, 3, and all that in B, it looks like they feel if you look into the law on their part, they're saying what is right.
He was quoting the wrong law for you people. And I'll quote it for you. He was talking of Regulation 39. There was nothing like that about regulation. He didn't mention anything about regulation. The regulation is very clear, and I'll quote it explicitly for you. I have it.
And then when it's under duress, they can do recounting and all that.
Who's duress? Go and tell the court that you were under duress. What's your definition of duress? Can't we see the police here? Do I describe them as duress? We are working under duress. Where the declarations were made, there were policemen there. To the extent even some place there were soldiers there. So do you describe it under duress? They did it voluntarily because they were under protection. So where from that?
Mr. Commissioner, if it's illegal, I know some party agents are here. Your party agents is here. So why would you even start it in the first place if it's illegal?
That is why we injuncted what they were doing, because we saw that it was illegal. That's why we placed injunction on it. The other one, we asked them to stop it. They should stop it because whatever they were doing there is illegal. We're not going to accept it. And I want to go back. I'm holding the CI here. The CI is very clear. You see, you don't go there and quote anything because he thinks that he just bamboozled you people. He was quoting 39, right? Regulation 39. And I'll read for you how Regulation 39 is about results of elections. Oh, it's 39. Regulation 39 of the CI is talking about results collation. That is results of elections. That's why he was quoting. And he said the 3, the presiding officer shall the announce of the results of the voting at the polling station before communicating the results to the returning officer. It's not talking about collation at the collation center. So he was quoting a wrong law for you people. Completely wrong law.
So you are calling for the suspension of this whole exercise, and you want the EC to, hold an emergency IPAC meeting. Is that what going to settle everything?
Yes, because we think that this is ambush tactics. We're in our office only to hear that you are bringing Mankraso, you are bringing Tepa people, you are bringing Techima staff. You have not given any communication whatsoever. And you're asking them they should come to Accra for recollation. Why?
And now your fear is if you leave here, the process will continue. So you want to be here till midnight?
Yes. Until we hear from the Electoral Commissioner office, we are not leaving here. Until they come and order their people to vacate here, we are not leaving here.
So, Mr. Rashid Tanko Computer is the Deputy Director of IT and Elections of the NDC. Like he rightly mentioned, they are going to stay here until all EC officials leave here because they fear when they leave, the EC officials will continue with the process, which they've tagged as illegal. And then they're still continuing with the press briefing by the NDC, so we just want to put it live for you.
He was at the Obuasi East Collation Center, and so he would have an opportunity to brief the media exactly what went on. And whatever he would say would not be something that he's making up now, because the media were present at the Obuasi East Collation Center. And I have watched media reports on TV when the EC returning officer declared the results. So, lawyer, I think you can go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen of the media, I am dumbfounded by the serious allegations made by the Obuasi East MP. Why am I saying so? I was at the Collation Center on the 8th of December 2024. when they were collecting the results, 14 polling stations, our polling agents failed to sign and gave reasons of overvoting. The returning officer intentionally overlooked on those polling centers. When collecting the results and realized it is still in favor of NDC, he gave the numbers that belongs to NDC to MPP and that of MPP to NDC. So when our agents was about to sign for the declaration form, he realized the differences that has been made and drew the attention of the returning officer. We were all there. So it brought a lot of tension in the collation room. So the police who were present took the returning officer from the collation hall and placed him in their car. After engaging the two political parties, including the sitting MP, we realized that the returning officer has intentionally turned the results. So the MP, the sitting MP, agreed that they should bring the returning officer to do the right thing. When the returning officer came, he consulted the sitting MP. All the police, the divisional commander, the district commander, and the media were all there. When the right thing was done on the pink sheet, when it was done on the pink sheet, it was the sitting MP himself who signed that declaration form. And who was having that gun? Was it the police? You see, that is why I said I am dumbfounded about the allegation being made by the sitting MP. Because you don't sign. You see, if you look at the video, I have it here. It's in the domain of the media.
And he was signing.
And if you want it, we'll release it so that anybody who sees the video would authenticate the veracity or otherwise of the claim by the Obuasi sitting MP. Because you cannot sign a pink sheet, a declaration form, take your copy and go back and come and say that you sign under duress. That is preposterous. And that is serious for our democracy. You see, he is claiming that he was invited to the regional coalition, the regional EC office for us to bring our peace. That was not what happened. You see, what is going on was exactly what happened at the regional EC office. I was there. He knows I was there. When we went there, we told them that Obuasi East constituency elections has been declared. And declaration of elections, when has been done, it's like a court judgment. You have to obey. Now, if you have any issue, you can go to court with it. The returning officer was there. We had media men there. So are they saying that no media man could capture an NDC tag or whoever who was holding gun under his head? You see, we need to state facts. They are claiming that NDC tags were all over the place. That was the reason and the basis why they brought the re-collation. They said it's not re-collation, it's continuous collation. What kind of continuous collation is that? Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. In Mankranso, 5 NDC supporters were shot and 1 was killed. They were denying the fact that the person who was killed was an NPP member. That is false. As we speak, Nimo is in the morgue, and it was NDC who placed him in the morgue. When they were shot and they were bleeding, we wanted even the district ambulance. The DC there refused so that we can take them to hospital. In Tepa, Ahafwanu North, let me say it to the media today. When you see all this polling station you are talking about, when we collected the results of the presidency and they realized that the president has won, because if you check Ahafwanu Southwest, Mankranso, the president-elect, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, won. And in Ashanti region, any skirt and blouse is in favor of parliamentary candidates, not the president. So when they realized that the president has won, they started the shooting. It happened in Tepa. Tepa, when they collected the presidential results and realized, it was then that the military came in. And do you know the funny thing that has happened? When the military came in and there were chaos, everybody ran for his life or her life. And the district election director left her phone over there. And we had custody of that phone. And if you see the kind of conversation, WhatsApp conversation that has transpired between the MPP parliamentary candidate and the district election officer of that constituency, it will marvel you.
It's not an invasion of privacy.
What kind of privacy are you talking about when your phone that has conversation? Nobody has invaded your privacy. You left it over there. And you see, in law, in criminal law, no matter how I get the evidence, when it is supporting my fact, if it is invasion of privacy, you can take me to court for invading in your privacy. But when it is supporting my case, it's better. No matter how you get that information, even if you steal it, when I finish, charge me for stealing. But now, that WhatsApp conversation is supporting our case in Tepa. And when you read the WhatsApp conversation between the election, the district election director and the MPP parliamentary candidate, it's an issue of love affair. And it was she who ordered the parliamentary candidate to bring the military inside. And now you are here telling us that MDC tax are all over the place, threatening people. That is not true. So please, Obuasi East, the parliamentary candidate, who is the sitting MP for MPP, he signed a pink sheet and he's saying that in camera, and media men was there, and he is lying to the extent that it is under duress. It was not under any duress. He signed it willingly. And when he was being declared, his opponent was being declared, he was standing by him. So we want to put all these things on record, that all that the MPP is saying is false. They are all false. And for that matter, here that we are, it is a detective training center. It is not a collation center. And if you look at what the director of CID, who is in charge of the detective training center over here, is doing over here, the media will attest to that fact. The media will attest to that fact.
Okay, so I still want to engage Dr. Anabisu. Doctor, my concern is, if it's illegal, you claim this is illegal, you could have made things easier by not even providing your party agents to, monitor the exercise.
No. If we don't provide our party agents, they will declare things in our absence. We are here to stop them. That's why we are here. We are here to make sure that the right thing is done. I mean, to say that, it's illegal, so we'll not come. When the EC and all these police officers at the command of the Madam Faustina and the MPPs are here with pink sheets that are not in the ballot boxes. Please, we are here for that, to stop them.
I think one last word that came out from the MPP side was that we should ensure there's some sort of law and order. And moving forward, it's one Ghana. That's what we are craving for. So all these things, I think, don't you think there's a right time for us, go to the drawing board and go like, this should be the end of, election, related challenges of this sort?
No, you see, the NDC, we are the midwives of the Fourth Republic, and we do nothing to jeopardize this. Historically, electoral violence always emanated from the MPP. Post-electoral violence emanated from the MPP. I'm a victim of MPP post-electoral violence. The lies, the maligning, the attacks. People's mothers were beaten 2016 and they were passed through the bush to my house. What was it? What was it? And when that was when, MPs, your own will come first. They started beating up people. NDCs who were building their houses, the houses were pulled down. Motorbikes were burnt. You see, lies were told. Hanambisu has killed people. They started macheting people. People were running. There were people in my house for 2 weeks. My house was protected by the police. They had to take me out, but they said I should leave. Maybe that one will bring what's the name? Some sort of peace. But people stayed for a long time, and some even left the constituency. You see, anytime we win elections, we say, oh, let's see Congress. Then MPP will come and they will unleash on us. But that is not the case. You told us you have 1,000,001 ways to win elections. Yes, you do. 2020, and I stand here to say this. And that woman at Tano South, and I use that woman because I don't even want to learn her name. She knows. 2020, there was no collation. Zero. When I say zero in terms of zero. What happened in Techiman South, that was the same. Only that Techiman South, people died. My place, when they were shooting, at one point I had to now raise my hands and ask them to shoot me. Okay? And so you did zero collation. We sat down. You said you're doing administrative work. By 7 a.m., I was going to charge my phone. When you brought a sheet that we should sign, we didn't sign. 2020, NDC did not sign, not for presidential parliamentary. Didn't they declare? They declared. And asked us to go to court. When we were in court and we were asking for recount, the EC office was burnt. Now, this time round, I'm shocked the way the MP is lying. Look, let me tell you, just be honest with the truth. Because they've gone for this word of under duress. So they are trying to bring, they've now written